Today we're going to learn how to make a natural transition in Blender between two materials. First thing you want to do is create your two materials. Here I have a checker pattern and a glass material. Secondly, to begin creating the transition, add a mix shader node. Plug the shader result into the surface. Next, plug both BSDFs, which are the shaders, into the mix shader. Secondly, add a texture coordinate node. And at the output of that texture coordinate node, add a mapping node. Plug the object value into the vector of the mapping node. Next, add a separate XYZ. And plug the X value into the mix shader. You'll see as I slide over the X location, the transition occurs. To make the fade lower, just scale down the X value on the texture mapping node. So now we have a sharper transition between the two materials. If you want to add a noise texture at the bottom and make a math node between the separate XYZ and the noise texture. So this is going to be an add node. So now we can adjust the detail, which if you see here, and the roughness and the scale of the texture to get a more smooth look. Finally, we're going to animate this. Type #frame in the location bar in the X value. This will get the frame value currently in the Blender software. Divide that by 20, which will mean that we're dividing the frame count by 20, and subtract that by 4.6, which is our scale value down here. Now you can click play on your animation. Let me bring up the timeline editor bar. You can click play on your animation and slowly watch as your two textures fade into each other.